Man, this video right here just pains me to make. Considering that today we're going to be covering someone who, honestly, in this whole YouTube sphere, I looked up to for a while. I mean, I've been watching him since I was in middle school, 8th grade. Seriously. The EXE videos, pretty much every single deep web browsing video he put out. His freaking haunted gaming, the creepypastas, VMware, virus investigations, you name it, I've probably saw it. Okay, the Sonic videos, everything. His take on Metal Gear. I'm sorry, but I have to do it to you, Mutahar. This honestly just pains me to fucking make right here, man. You know, Some Ordinary Gamers was someone who honestly kind of just a little bit inspired me to like do this YouTube shit, man. Seriously, he's one of the reasons why I even wanted to make a YouTube channel in the first place. Like, this dude was kind of like my freaking, I would say, internet teacher in a sort of way, because I would watch his videos on like VMs and EXE games and just computer tech stuff in general, you know, when he would like dive into the investigations and just all that type of stuff. His deep web browsing videos is the reason why I even know about the deep web in the first place. I'm pretty sure, you know, at least 99% of my audience know exactly who Mutahar is and what he's famous for. Mutahar has been having a bit of a meltdown on Twitter, and it's over L0li show. Well, not even L0li show, but specifically just L0li content in general. And the fact that he has been called out on Twitter for being someone who watches Death Cartel videos on 4chan almost all the time, as he puts it. I'm going to put the clip up right here.
Look, I watch cartel death footage on Reddit all the time, okay? It's fucking
That's
weird.
healthy.
No, it's weird, Caleb. My psychologist has said it's weird.
I recommend it.
Like, I'm watching this, I'm like, I admit it's a little out there. But hey, I admit that. I know I'm watching shit that's ultra violent. It's curiosity.
But yeah, before we even get into the whole situation with Mutahar having a complete fucking meltdown all on Twitter with just not even just the L0li cons, but people in general rightfully calling him out for honestly just being into something really fucking just out there, man. Like, and then he tries to like backpedal and also double down on the fact that he views Death Cartel video footages by saying that he just does it out of morbid curiosity. Like, yeah, sure, man. You're sitting over here trying to say that like L0li content should put you on a watch list, or you know that it's not actually CSEM, but you should still go to jail or something over it. It's honestly nuts to me that you're trying to compare something that's completely fucking fictional to videos that sometimes contain innocent people, real people in it, by the way. Death Cartel video footages contain real people in it getting executed in very brutal and just decrepit ways by the cartel. And it's honestly just fucked up to me that someone would constantly view something like that and then just say they're doing it out of morbid curiosity. I mean, because like I never use 4chan and all that type of stuff, but like, didn't people like spam gore videos and stuff to each other as like a fucked up kind of like trolling type of way? They didn't do that, you know, because they thought, oh, hey, maybe you enjoy seeing this. Like, I'm pretty sure when people saw that stuff, it was like shock humor and all that. But like, you're going, and Mutahar has talked about this stuff before, by the way, okay? He's talked about how he's seen all types of fucked up things like Goatsy and oh boy, the freaking one man, what was it? No, not one man, the one guy, one jar, and just just other kind of crazy shit. Because he says he does view 4chan and stuff, and of course he visits the deep web, which has a whole host of very decrepit things on there, specifically from the things that I've seen in his deep web browsing videos. But yeah, this video pains me a little bit to make, man, because this dude was someone who I considered to, at the time, be one of my favorite content creators on this platform. But lately, he's just been, I don't know. I mean, even with his videos and stuff and all that, like some of his videos just aren't really all that entertaining. I don't know. It's nuts to me. And then this whole situation with him on Twitter, it's crazy. But let's get into the situation. Enough of me rambling because, man, it's honestly just very sad. Alright, so this all started when Opera GX, and I'm not going to explain the entire Opera GX situation. If you want to know about it, Rev says Desu dropped a video on it, and hell, I'll even put a link to it down in the video below about the whole Opera GX situation. But basically, someone on Twitter made a post calling out a channel that did like a blue archive tier list of, I believe, the L0li characters and stuff in it or something like that. Or they just did a blue archive tier list of the characters from Blue Archive, and Blue Archive is famous for having a bunch of like, L0li characters and stuff in it. And Opera GX sponsored this channel, and some person on Twitter called out this darn channel and the fact that Opera GX sponsored them, and was like, apparently Opera GX sponsored a video ranking lollies. And that caused a whole entire meltdown on Twitter with Opera GX, coming out and just basically being like, we didn't know what that meant or anything like that, and we didn't know what the word cunny means and stuff, and just a whole bunch of other things. I'm not going to get into that entire situation. If you want to know about it, Reps has made a video on it. But Mutahar himself came out and made a quote tweet to this saying, out of this whole thing, I'm just grossed out about there being a L0li tier list channel. Anyone watching that crap should be on a watch list, laughing my ass off. And this is where it all started. Because, like, for Mutahar to come out and just say something like this, I mean, this dude already came out onto his darn podcast and said that a lolicon is basically kind of like a gateway drug, and then he goes on to talk about how he views Def Cartel footages on 4chan a lot, and that his therapist says that it's really weird. And the funny thing about this is that Mutahar deleted this tweet literally a couple minutes later off of Twitter after being called out by an account who said, don't you view Def Cartel execution videos? So it's like, dude, man, if you're at least going to be like anti-L0li and stuff, you could have kept the tweet and everything up. But literally, all it took was an account that's literally like, maybe like, I don't know, like 1/70th of your fucking size. Like, dude, you have like 760 something K followers on Twitter, man. And this account over here is like 1/70th of your size, dude. Like, it's a fucking drop in the ocean compared to you. And that is what made you just go out of your way to like delete your tweet because they called you out for viewing Def Cartel footage videos and all the time. I don't know. But then it got even worse. A bunch of people went out of their way to find a video on this clip channel about Mutahar where he did a live stream talking about like hentai and stuff. And then he went on to talk about this freaking hentai right here called Dropout and talk about his experience when he was watching it. And the clip channel, someone in their clip says, Mutahar talks about his favorite hentai with chat. And as you can see the thumbnail right here, this is it right there. And I went out of my way to do research on the hentai. Yes, it's called Dropout. And these are the tags for it. And can you guess what this hentai is even about? Well, to put it in simple terms, it's about school sex slavery with high school kids in it, like minors. Like, listen to the words that I'm saying, okay? They're fictional characters, okay? But, like, they're fictional minors, okay? And Mutahar goes out of his way to say that if you're viewing content that is supposed to, in his mind, represent freaking minors and everything, you should be put on a watch list. So by his logic, Mutahar should be put on a watch list for viewing this fucking hentai right here, because it's literally high school kids getting turned into sex slaves if they become dropouts. Like, are you fucking serious, man? It's honestly just fucking nuts to me. And then Mutahar, of course, made a tweet on this saying, I love how you took a clips channel that clickbaited the video title when I really talk about how fucked that specific anime is. Dude, it's a hentai, it's not an anime. Like, stop it, bro. It's a fucking hentai. I don't know why people go out of their way to be like, oh, it's an anime. Dude, it's a fucking hentai, okay? And yes, some people will be like, hentai is anime, and I'm like, okay, well, that's a fair point, but still, I would rather just use the term hentai when it's a hentai. And when it's like a literal, anime show that's on like, I don't know, Crunchyroll or fucking Adult Swim or something like that, just call it an anime. Anyone that jacks it to characters obviously drawn to represent minors, you see that wording right there, should be investigated. Laugh my ass off. I say more, but Twitter TLS gets in the way. I think the problem here is that you think just simply jacking to these characters is the problem, dude. Like, not even viewing the content that contains minors in it, which is what you did. It doesn't matter if you jacked off to it or not, dude. You viewed what you think is something that should be putting you on a watch list or in jail, bro. You literally watched fictional minors in this fictional setting in this fucking hentai get fucked and turned into sex slaves, bro. Like, dude, are you serious right now? Are you serious, Mutahar, man? Like, I hate to do this to you, dude. Like, I enjoyed your content. I've watched you since I was just a little fucking young one, okay? Since I was in 8th grade. Like, Jesus, man. I think that's the issue right here, is that you think, well, jacking to it is the problem. Like, dude, no. Even just viewing something what you think is, you know, wrong is the issue, man. Like, are you fucking kidding me, man? So, like, just viewing it, like, just viewing these minors, okay? Getting drawn to, like, have sex and everything, apparently, to you is doesn't land you on a watch list, huh? Because you went out of your way to view this.
Do I watch hentai? I mean, like, I've watched, I like saw hentai when I was younger, but he had like the normal hentai with like just humans and shit, and it's just like, why not just watch actual pornography? It was Dropout. That was the name, Dropout. Don't. So basically, the premise is it's like if you're not smart, like if you're not a smart chick, they turn you into like a like a public urinal where like you just get fucked on a daily, like you're just getting smashed. The absolute destruction of a human being. It's so fun. Like, the animation was good, but there's like one that I actually liked because it was like a cyberpunk fucking hentai, and I watched it for the fucking story, okay?
Like, do you think you should be on a watch list then? Jesus. Also, I don't own the Clips channel. Is it as harmful as real CP? Obviously not, but we can still call it weird as fuck. That's not the problem, Mutahar. Dude, you've literally went out of your way to say that this shit is a gateway drug, or that, oh, you made memes talking about how we should be in prison, or that anyone saying that they like lolis, not even lolicon, just lolis in general, you know, is behind bars. And you also went out of your way with fucking nuts to insinuate that when the loli term on Twitter got banned, that the freaking lolicons and everything were like pedos and stuff. Like, you were making fun of pedos and everything, man. Getting banned off the platform. it's just the fucking nuts to me, dude. Most people consider it weird, okay? Go tell your parents you love lolly and see how quick you get disowned. Why the fuck would you tell your parents what you get off to, dude? Like, why would you tell your parents what kind of fucking porn you watch, bro? That's weird. That's really fucking weird, man. Like, you don't tell your parents that you view real people getting murdered sometimes, and you do it out of morbid curiosity? Because I feel like that would get way more looks by your own family, and I'm pretty sure they would disown you way more than you saying that you like some fucking L0li character, dude. Like, are you serious right now? Bro, I guarantee you tell anyone IRL that you go out of your way to be curious about how real people get murdered, sometimes innocent people, in a execution video, and I swear to you, they'll probably be looking at you like you were the next fucking Hannibal Lecter or some shit. You still watched it. You still consume media on the level of shit you say should get people on watch lists. This whole debate is retarded. Like, I don't get this, man. And they're correct. Like, you still went out of your way to watch something that you think should land you on a watch list. It doesn't matter if you jacked off to it or not, dude. Like, are you fucking serious, man? I don't get this. I don't get what is with every single content creator. Well, most of these big, like, commentary creators now are just coming out in 2023 and just saying shit about L0li or a L0li show, and then making a complete fucking ass of themselves instead of just being like, oh, well, it's weird and it creeps me out, but it's whatever, you know, do what y'all want to do, just keep it away from me or something. No, y'all gotta come out and say all this dumbass shit like it's a gateway drug, or me watching real people get brutalized in decrepit ways in videos, you know, is not worse than some fucking anime L0li shit where they're getting fucking, I don't know, dick down or something. Like, it's crazy to me, dude. It's honestly crazy to me that you really went out of your way and you doubled down on this shit and made this dumbass point talking about, well, you know, it's a gateway drug. I don't get it, man. Why is everyone who freaks about L0li shit out of this a fucking weirdo? And then, as you can see right here, you know, they posted the hentai images and shit from the some ordinary clips channel, and then they got the tags and everything, and you know the fucking hentai dropout is right there. So yeah, parents literally do not care. Laugh my ass off. Muda, I don't think this is a hill to die on. If you were just calling it weird, that'd be one thing, but an investigation is obviously fucking a bit too much. Exactly. And then we even have Darling Straub over here, who gave her stance on this whole situation, of course. Who the fuck talks to their parents about their sexual interests anyways? Did I miss something? Mutahar is an idiot, and Kenny, all these people are chronically online losers. Please don't waste your breath. Like, it's fucking nuts to me, man. Like, even Mutahar is just coming out as like a fucking completely deranged individual, dude. Like, are you serious, bro? You're really going out of your way to justify looking at Def Cartel footage videos all the time on 4chan, and then trying to make the claim that a lolicon and stuff is, you know, it should land you on a watch list or you should be put in jail. And then the weird thing about it is that you're trying to like dumb this shit down and then backpedal a little bit and being like, okay, well actually I just find it really weird and creepy, dude. Well, that's not what you said in the first place. The first thing you said was that, oh, you should be put on a watch list, or, you know, you're making jokes about how we should be in jail and stuff over this. And then you backpedal a little and you dumb it down so you don't get that much backlash. And you're like, well, actually, I just think it's really weird and creepy. You know, that's my issue. That's not why people are mad, dude. If you had started off and only ended it with that, no one would give a fuck, okay? They'd be like, well, okay, you don't have to like it. All right, it's cool, man. Move on. You know? That's not the fucking issue, dude. The issue is that you want us jailed over it, man. Like, are you serious, man? And then you watch Def Cartel footage videos of real people, sometimes innocent people, getting murdered. And you want to sit here and morally grandstand? Are you out your fucking mind? I don't give a shit what nobody says, man. I don't care what you say about furry art, L0li, Shotokan, fucking, you know, girl art, or whatever it is. I don't give a fuck. All of that is fake, okay? It is fictional. Cartel footages where people are getting beheaded, murdered, chopped up, and I accidentally saw one myself because some fucking freak on Twitter spammed that shit of some dude literally getting his fucking body and legs blown apart with a Spaz 12 or something, and then I was like, are you serious? Like, you're trying to like justify looking at that all the time? Like, this is real people getting murdered, dude. That's the issue. I don't care what nobody says about L0li show or any other type of problematic, taboo fiction, whatever. It is all fake. Cartel footage videos, okay? Like, this is real people being murdered. Do we understand that? Are we on the same point here? It's honestly just nuts to me, dude, that people will go out of their way and view some of the most decrepit shit on earth and then try to like morally grandstand. And then especially when they go out of their way to view things that have real people getting hurt in it, and then they still try to morally grandstand and think that they have a fucking ground to stand on. I can't with this, man. 2023 is just, it's honestly just nuts. It is a surprise, to be sure. Not in a good way at all. But definitely a fucking surprise, man. I never expected this, you know, from Mutahar. I mean, I had my doubts when this dude made that fucking tweet with Nux Taku on Twitter, talking about how they're making fun of pedos and everything, you know. And also that darn podcast where he tried to say that L0li show was like a fucking gateway drug. Not even L0li show, because they never mention Shotokan, by the way. They never fucking do. It's always L0li's or Lolicon, man. They never mention it. And he tried to say it's like a gateway drug, but oh, you know, him just watching Def Cartel footage videos all the time on 4chan, you know, it's just weird, you know, but it's whatever, you know, even though it's weird, it's still fine. It's honestly just nuts to me, man. It is just nuts to me. It is just nuts to me. Anyway, with that being said, you know, I'm not entirely shocked that Mutahar has come out and said all this and acted this deranged over freaking L0li content, considering what he said before in the past, but man, it still kind of hurts. You know what they say, man, never meet your heroes. Otherwise, you might wind up making a YouTube video on them like me, talking about their deranged downfall. Anyway, with that being said, this is me, Mutahar Nico. I hope you all have a blessed day. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn the notifications, get notified about when I release new videos. And this is me, Mutahar Nico. Honestly baffled at the way Mutahar has been acting. And I'm out.